Hey guys, what's up? I'm Matt.
I'm Rob.
And we are cautiously optimistic.
Specifically about the 2017 anime season.
Yes, very true. We're not saying that the whole season last year was bad. There were some good ones, but it just wasn't groundbreaking. I don't feel like there wasn't anything that was totally amazing besides Konosuba.
I've heard it described as the season of disappointments.
That could be accurate. Not saying that we hate, last season at all by any means, because I loved Erased. That is a very, iffy one for people.
One disappointment. I thought there was some good stuff in every season from last year. There was, we had Konosuba in the winter, Shogun Rokuraki Goshinju, Spring, Hero Academia, Kiznaiver, Space Patrol Luluko.
Which apparently was made by Trigger.
So was Kiznaiver, yes.
Which he told me.
In the summer we had Mob Psycho 100. And I liked Amanchu. I like isekai shows, so not isekai. Yashike.
There you go. I still don't know what that means.
And then fall, Sengatsu no Lion, great show.
Oh, yeah.
Keijo, as stupid as it was.
Oh, Keijo was great.
I loved it. Yeah, so, there was some good stuff, some bad stuff. What didn't you like about the season?
I hated A Lost Village, with all my might. And if I heard a show was, bad, or if it got, mixed reviews, or Robbie told me to avoid it, then I avoided it completely, like the Black Plague.
ReZero.
That one's very mixed. And from what I've heard, I don't think I would be very much so interested in it, but I'm probably going to end up watching it just because I want to know.
Subaru's the worst.
Apparently.
That's all that needs to be said.
Confirmed by Rob.
So, we're just going to run through some of the shows that we're going to be watching in the winter.
Yep, and we are going to be checking back in with you guys and telling you what we have enjoyed and what we haven't after the first episode.
Yeah, this is just a first impressions of kind of what the show's about, what we kind of expect from it.
And if we really see a show taking off, then we will make videos about it, talking about our feelings about it at the time being, and just how we think that the show is progressing, and if it is worth its fame, I guess. Right. Okay, so the first one is pretty obvious, as we have both praised it, and it's Konosuba Season 2. If you guys have not watched this show, you really need to take the time to do it. It's only 10 episodes. I binged it in 2 days. I don't know about you. Did you watch it episode to episode when it was coming out?
No, I watched it after it was over. But,
okay.
I think that was a really good way to watch it, personally.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, I think it rolled really well into itself really well, really digestible.
Yeah, you really wanted to figure out what was going to happen next with the characters. Robbie,
really funny.
You're a good summarizer, so summarize that one.
Konosuba is it's your isekai show. Boy goes to fantasy world. There's been a bunch of that in recent popularity because of shows like SAO,
Sword Art Online.
Being the main one in this day and age. But Konosuba is about a boy who goes to go buy a video game on the day it comes out, special edition. Hikikomori, shut in, doesn't leave his house except for this game, of course. He was walking home after getting the game, sees a pretty girl about to get hit by a truck. He jumps in the way, saves her Yu Yu Hakusho style, and then he's in front of a goddess, and she tells him that he died of a heart attack after wetting himself, because it turns out that it wasn't a truck that was about to hit her at Mach speed, it was a slow-moving tractor, and she was going to be fine whether he saved her or not. So he died for nothing, and he looked like an idiot doing it.
Yep.
And that is kind of the whole show. He then gets the decision to go to heaven or hell or be reborn if he can defeat the Demon King in this fantasy world. And, of course, he goes to the fantasy world. He can take one thing with him, and he takes the goddess.
Who is screaming and crying the whole time.
Like a baby.
That she's being transported. And let me tell you, she has turned into one of my favorite characters in anime. So I absolutely cannot...
I love Aqua.
Yeah, I love Aqua. I can't recommend the show enough. It is great. I gave it a 9 out of 10. He gave it a 10 out of 10. It'll probably end up being a 10 out of 10 for me.
If this sounds at all funny to you, this is the whole show.
It's great. Every character is useless. That is their whole premise. I found every character to be charming and funny, and I loved every episode more than the last, even. I do have a specific favorite episode that I will you know, we can talk about if we ever do a review. If you guys want to see a review of Konosuba, we will definitely do that for you guys.
So yeah, Konosuba season 2. Really looking forward to it. Expect great things.
Yes. The next show we have both not seen. I have seen one episode of it, and it's the Blue Exorcist season 2, essentially. I'm not going to try to pronounce the Japanese name because I butchered it. I butchered it the first time. But this is exciting for people who enjoyed Blue Exorcist. It's highly praised. It's a very well-liked show.
Yeah.
It hasn't gotten a season in like years, so
It's been a while.
That's pretty hype. That's pretty awesome too.
I don't know what suddenly brought on a season 2, to be honest. But,
yeah.
It's cool for people who are fans of the show. I haven't seen the show. I want to see the show.
It's a good show.
I will probably get caught up faster than I was going to, so I can watch season 2.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, for sure. The next one that we wanted to talk about, which I'm more excited about than Rob is, and that is Masumane-kun no Revenge. What this show is basically about is a kid, he was fat and picked on in middle school, I believe it was, and he was bullied by this very rich and high prestige girl, and then he ended up, I think, transferring out because of the bullying, and then he goes to...
He has his high school debut.
Yeah, he has his high school debut.
After he works all the way off as a young stud.
Yeah, which literally is in the synopsis of the show, like, everywhere.
Yeah, and so he is reunited with this girl, and she does not recognize him at all.
Does not.
And of course, he tries to get his revenge on her for making fun of him when they were younger.
Mm-hmm.
And the way he is planned to do this in typical rom-com fashion is he's going to get together with her and then break her heart.
Yep.
And that'll be his revenge. But we all know that that's not going to happen.
Yeah.
And
they're probably going to fall in love.
He's going to fall in love with her and back out, which
Yeah.
is fine. I'm okay with that happening. And I'm not going to not watch the show because of it.
Yeah, it's listed
I'm sure
as
it'll be really funny.
It's listed as a harem, so I don't know. There's probably going to be other girls that are interested in him, obviously because he's a stud, apparently.
Yeah, it's based on a manga, and I haven't read the manga, and I don't know anything about it.
So yeah, this show really reminds me of Kiss Him Not Me. Robbie.
Yeah, I just saw the
mentioned
parallel like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, Kiss Him Not Me. I really enjoyed this past season. I don't think it was like amazing, and I don't think it was awful. I gave it a good score, and I really enjoyed it. Besides the ending, I hated the ending.
I didn't watch it just because the premise bothered me, but
that makes sense.
yeah,
Kind of
I'm cautious. As stupid as it sounds, I'm cautiously optimistic about Masoom-kun no Revenge.
I think it could be pretty good.
I think it could be funny. I don't think it's gonna be
hilarious.
10 out of 10, but I'm expecting like a 7, 6.
Yeah, maybe an 8.
I doubt it. Who knows?
Alright, so the next one that we are both very excited for, specifically just because of the studio for me. And the next show, if you couldn't take the hint, is Little Witch Academia.
Yes.
Little Witch Academia is going to be produced by Trigger, and you know more about the story than I do. Go for it.
Little Witch Academia is about, it sounds, a school for little witches. It's kind of got a Harry Potter kind of vibe, but it's 1,000 times better. Mm-hmm. It's really funny. It's really cute. The animation is incredible. There have been a short OVA, a 30-minute movie about it. That's for the original. And then there was a full hour-length episode kickstarted by Trigger. Both are great. 10 out of 10. Really looking forward to Little Witch, the series.
Yeah.
And it's made by the same people who made those, and if they just keep going, I'm sure it'll be fantastic.
Yeah. So the next one that I'm kind of looking forward to, it seems interesting and weird, is Fuka. I don't know, something of that nature. Here's a picture of it right here or somewhere on the screen. All of these will either be linked in the description down below, or we will have pictures popping up next to the summaries and stuff like that. But Fuka, what it's about a kid who like loves social media, and he ends up bumping into a girl that when he was out for dinner, he bumps into a mysterious girl and named Fuka, who breaks his phone because she thought that he was trying to take a picture of her panties. So that's interesting. That's the only thing that I've been able to find on this anime. So it just seems funny, and it's not listed as a comedy, so that's kind of concerning to me, but I will watch one episode to see how I like it.
Yeah. A show that I'm excited to see is Kuzuno Hawkeye. It's kind of be a somber kind of show, but it's about two high schoolers who are in a relationship with each other, but they're only in a relationship with each other to kind of curb their loneliness because they're both in love with older people that they can never be with. The girl is in love with a teacher. The boy is in love with a teacher who used to be his personal tutor. And it's kind of their story of finding happiness in one another's misery, or like their combined misery and commiserating. So I'm sure it'll be really somber, but I expect a kind of good feeling ending.
Yeah, for sure. The next one that I'm pretty excited for is Demi-chan wa Kataritai. Kataritai? Is that
I don't know
it?
what you're looking at.
That.
Demi-chan no Kataritai.
What he said. So, this one basically is about a guy who gets really obsessed with demigods, and he ends up becoming a teacher at a school with a bunch of young demigods, and it kind of shows how these girls are they have problems just like every other girl, even though that some of them are a succubus, which is hilarious. Like, I just think it's going to be good. It looks funny, and it's listed as a comedy, so I'm cautiously optimistic about this one too. It could be good or it could be bad. So.
The A1 Pictures worries me, but we'll see.
Oh, it's A1 Pictures?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't hate A1 Pictures, but I feel like they're capable of making good things, and they're capable of making really bad things.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like every studio is.
But I think that A1 Pictures, if it's not a guaranteed success, they don't put as much money into it.
Yeah.
And things feel kind of truncated and rushed. That's what I think one of the big things that happened to Erased.
Yeah.
They just cut. They're like, you gotta make this in 12 episodes, and they cut a bunch of it.
Yeah, they did cut a bunch out, and the true ending is not
Yashiro
like
gets
that.
a bunch more characterization.
Yeah, he does.
And same thing I felt like with Occultic 9 in the fall, where it's just like you're watching a movie or a show at 1.5 times speed.
Yeah.
They're talking and things are moving that fast.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
I mean, I feel like there's like, this is how much money you got, this is how many episodes you got, make it work.
Yeah.
And so I don't know how this is going to affect this show, but we'll see.
Alright, guys. We will see you in part 2. If you enjoyed this part 1 video, please make sure to subscribe to us or to watch our part 2, which will be uploaded at the same time. We just don't want to make this a super long video. So if you like this video, please leave a thumbs up. That's what you're excited about in the comment section down below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you really enjoyed our first video.
Thank you.